Build yourself quietly by these 6 ways. There's a reason the most successful people in the world work in silence. Look around you. Most of the noise comes from those who haven't built anything yet. The strongest trees grow their roots deep underground before they ever break the surface. If you want to become unstoppable, if you're tired of feeling overlooked, and if you're ready to grow beyond what people expect of you, then this is the message you can't afford to miss. Stay with me until the end, because what you're about to hear could quietly change the entire course of your life. In a world where everyone feels the need to broadcast their every move, there's an unmatched power in choosing silence. When you're building something meaningful, whether it's a business, a dream, a skill, or a new version of yourself, resisting the urge to speak too soon is a discipline that few truly understand. Most people want recognition before they've done the work. They crave applause without delivering results. But silence is sacred. Silence is where transformation begins. The most powerful seasons of your life won't be the ones you announce. They'll be the ones you endure. The seasons where no one knows the battles you're fighting, the long nights you're grinding through, or the weight you're carrying. And that's exactly how it should be. Because when you talk too early, you invite opinions that can poison your process. You give people access to a journey they were never meant to be part of. Some will doubt you, others will discourage you, and even those who love you may not understand you. That's why silence is your shield. It protects the process. It gives your growth time to deepen its roots before it faces the wind. There's a kind of strength that's forged only in quiet places, when no one is clapping for you, when no one is checking in, when no one is watching. That's where your real power is built. You learn to show up for yourself. You learn to find motivation from within. And when the time comes to emerge, you're not just stepping into the light with noise. You're stepping in with undeniable evidence. Let your progress be the loudest thing about you. Let people wonder how you did it. Let them be shocked by what you became while you were silent. Because when the noise fades, when the distractions stop, and when you're left alone with your purpose, that's where clarity is born. That's where strength is refined. That's where destiny is activated. Never underestimate the power of building in silence. Speak less, do more, move quietly, and when it's time, let your results introduce you. The real work, the kind that transforms you, is done when no one is watching. It happens behind the scenes, in silence, without recognition, without praise. That's where growth is forged. While many wait to be seen before they act, the truly committed act without needing to be seen. They show up day in and day out, even when no one claps, when no one says thank you, and when no one is keeping score. Because they're not working for attention. They're working for mastery. They're not seeking validation. They're pursuing excellence. It's easy to be motivated when the lights are on and the audience is watching. But real strength is built in the quiet hours, in the lonely places, in the disciplined decisions made when no one else is around. The early mornings when it would be easier to sleep. The late nights when your body is tired but your purpose is louder. These are the moments that separate the average from the exceptional. These moments don't post well on social media. They don't draw applause. But they build character, endurance, and unshakable confidence. When you train yourself to be consistent in private, you create a foundation that can't be shaken in public. You stop performing for others and start performing for yourself. You stop looking for someone to keep you accountable and start holding yourself accountable. That's when the shift happens. That's when your discipline becomes your identity. Because it's not about doing big things once. It's about doing the right things consistently, especially when they're inconvenient and unnoticed. And here's the truth. One day, the world will see the results of the work you did when they weren't looking. One day, the discipline, the sacrifice, and the quiet commitment will speak for itself. You won't have to explain yourself. You won't have to convince anyone. The fruit of your private grind will be undeniable. So keep going when it's hard. Keep pushing when it's quiet. Keep working when no one's watching. Because that's where you're being built. That's where the foundation of greatness is laid. Not in the spotlight, but in the shadows. Not in noise, but in silence. Not for the world, but for the future version of you that's waiting to rise. Discipline is the bridge between who you are and who you're becoming. It's not glamorous, it's not exciting, but it's everything. Without discipline, dreams remain fantasies. Without discipline, potential stays locked away. Discipline is what keeps you going long after the excitement has faded. It's the quiet force that pushes you to wake up early when you don't feel like it, to keep studying when your mind is tired, to train when your body wants to rest. It's doing what needs to be done even when no one is making you do it. The truth is, emotion can't be trusted. Motivation comes and goes, but discipline, that's solid. Discipline is a decision, not a feeling. When you build your life around discipline, you no longer need to rely on moods or inspiration. You operate from commitment, not convenience. You stop negotiating with yourself. You don't ask, do I feel like it today? You say, it's time to show up. You become your own authority, your own coach, your own driving force. That's when real change begins to take root. Greatness doesn't belong to the most talented or the most gifted. It belongs to the most disciplined. The people who win are not always the smartest, the fastest, or the strongest. They are the ones who are consistent, the ones who do the boring work daily, the ones who show up whether they feel like it or not. Discipline builds momentum, and momentum creates transformation. Over time, your small daily discipline choices will stack up and shape a life you're proud of. And here's the power of discipline. It doesn't just change your habits, it changes your identity. You start seeing yourself differently. You begin to trust yourself. You know that if you say you'll do something, you'll follow through. That kind of trust is rare. That kind of integrity is priceless. Discipline is not about restriction. It's about alignment. It brings your actions in line with your vision. And when your habits match your goals, everything starts to shift. So, don't chase motivation. Build discipline. Build it slowly. Build it daily. And build it in silence. Because the life you want isn't found in one big leap. It's built one disciplined step at a time. The most significant growth you experience in life comes from pushing past your comfort zones. Comfort may feel safe, but it also holds you back from realizing your full potential. If you want to build something truly remarkable, you have to be willing to step into the unknown, to take risks, and to challenge yourself in ways that feel uncomfortable at first. It's in those moments of discomfort that transformation happens. When you face your fears, when you tackle challenges head-on, you discover strengths you never knew existed. You unlock parts of yourself that would have stayed dormant if you had played it safe. We often avoid discomfort because it's painful or it challenges the way we think about our limits. But that discomfort is the exact thing that forces you to grow. Without it, you remain stagnant, stuck in the same patterns and routines. When you push yourself past your comfort zone, you begin to expand your boundaries. What once seemed impossible now becomes a challenge you are equipped to face. It's not about being fearless, it's about being willing to act in the face of fear. It's about understanding that growth lies just beyond the threshold of what's comfortable. The fear of failure often holds people back from taking those necessary steps outside their comfort zone. But failure is not the enemy, it's the teacher. Every setback, every mistake, and every challenge is an opportunity to learn and improve. The key is not avoiding failure, but learning how to navigate it, how to use it as fuel for growth. The most successful people are not the ones who never fail, they're the ones who get back up every time they do. They understand that comfort zones are where dreams go to die. So they make the conscious decision to stretch beyond them, to take on challenges that push them to evolve. The real magic happens when you stop avoiding discomfort and start embracing it as a sign of progress. When you learn to thrive in the face of uncertainty, you become unstoppable. Your self-confidence grows, and so does your ability to handle greater challenges. The discomfort you once feared will no longer hold you back. It will propel you forward. The more you embrace it, the more you will discover the immense power you have within you. And the more you grow, the more your potential expands. Success is never about instant gratification or shortcuts. It's about building a solid foundation and staying committed even when the results are not immediate. Most people want the rewards without putting in the work, and they expect success to come quickly, but real success is built over time. It's not a one-time event, but a series of consistent, dedicated actions. It's about showing up every single day, whether or not you feel like it, and doing what needs to be done, no matter how difficult or boring it may seem. The people who succeed are not necessarily the most talented or the most brilliant, but the ones who commit to the journey, even when it seems hard. They are the ones who understand that every single small effort compounds over time. The seemingly insignificant choices made today will pay off down the road. Every sacrifice, every small decision to keep pushing forward contributes to the bigger picture. Success is the sum of all those moments when you choose to stay the course, even when you can't see the immediate results. It's easy to stay motivated when things are going well, but what separates the successful from the rest is the ability to stay committed when things get tough. The true measure of success is not how many times you win, but how many times you get up after you've fallen. It's about persistence, grit, and resilience. Success is the result of perseverance, being able to push through the challenges, the failures, and the obstacles that will inevitably come your way. Most people quit because they don't see immediate results. They get discouraged when they don't hit their target right away, and they let setbacks define them. But it's the ones who refuse to quit, who keep pushing even when progress seems slow, who eventually achieve greatness. They understand that it's the long haul that counts, and they embrace the journey, no matter how winding or unpredictable it may be. These are the people who understand that the price of success is patience and hard work. They don't expect to become successful overnight. They know that lasting success takes time, and they are willing to put in the work day after day for years if necessary. In a world of instant gratification and fast results, we are constantly tempted to take the shortcut or look for the easy way out. But true fulfillment comes from the journey itself, not just the destination. The most successful people are the ones who have learned to appreciate the process, who find joy in the grind, and who are committed to seeing their efforts through to the end, no matter how long it takes. They understand that success is not a destination, it's a lifelong pursuit. It's the dedication to constantly improving, to getting up every time you fall, and to never giving up on your dreams, no matter how long it takes to achieve them. The problem with shortcuts is that they don't build long-lasting results. Quick fixes might provide temporary success, but they often lack the depth and sustainability needed for true achievement. The foundation of long-term success is built on doing the hard work over and over again in small, manageable steps. This process requires patience and a mindset that values effort over immediate rewards. In time, those small efforts accumulate into something much bigger than you ever imagined. The process is what gives success meaning. It is what strengthens your character and builds resilience. It's what teaches you the skills and mindset needed to navigate challenges along the way. While others may be looking for shortcuts, the successful are focused on long-term growth. They understand that time and consistent effort are their most powerful tools. Every small effort they make is an investment in their future. The more time you put into something, the more you learn, the more you grow, and the more you're able to handle. Success is not just about the finish line. It's about the journey and how you show up day after day for yourself and for your dreams. So stay the course. Don't get discouraged when you don't see immediate results. The work you're putting in now is shaping your future, and eventually all the time, effort, and sacrifice will pay off in ways you could never have imagined. Trust the process. Embrace the grind. Because true success isn't found in shortcuts. It's found in the commitment to keep going, no matter how long it takes. The journey to becoming the best version of yourself doesn't happen overnight. It's a process that takes time, effort, and most importantly, patience. Many people want quick results. They want to see transformation within days or weeks. But real growth happens gradually. Building yourself requires consistency, a willingness to improve, and a deep belief that you can always be better than you were yesterday. It's about pushing through the inevitable obstacles, overcoming your inner doubts, and continuing to move forward even when the progress seems slow. One of the most powerful things you can do for yourself is commit to daily improvement. Whether it's learning something new, refining a skill, or working on your mindset, small, consistent actions will compound over time to create monumental results. The key is not to get overwhelmed by the bigger picture, but to focus on the small steps. Day by day, you chip away at the person you want to become. Every little effort adds up, even if it feels insignificant in the moment. It's the daily grind, the seemingly mundane and routine actions that shape who you are and who you are becoming. This journey isn't always easy. There will be moments of frustration, moments when you feel like you're not making progress, or when you doubt whether the effort is worth it. But this is exactly where growth happens. When things get tough, and when it feels like progress is stalled, that's when you need to dig deeper. Because what separates those who succeed from those who give up is their ability to persevere when the road gets hard. The key to success is the willingness to keep going, even when the results aren't immediately visible. People often get caught up in the idea of instant success. They look at others who have seemingly made it and wonder why they can't get there as quickly. But the truth is, everyone's journey is different. Some people take longer to reach their potential, while others seem to soar effortlessly. The most important thing is not to compare your progress to others. Focus on your own journey and trust that the work you're putting in will pay off. Your growth is a personal process, and it's important to be patient with yourself. A big part of building yourself is learning to be consistent in the face of challenges. Whether it's getting up earlier, working out when you don't feel like it, or putting in the effort to improve a skill, consistency is what will ultimately make the difference. There will be days when you feel like quitting. There will be moments when you're tempted to take shortcuts or give in to distractions. But it's in these moments that your true character is revealed. Success is not about perfection. It's about perseverance and the ability to keep showing up. It's about sticking with your commitments and not letting temporary setbacks derail your progress. Another essential aspect of building yourself quietly is the ability to stay focused on your goals. The world is full of distractions, social media, the opinions of others, and the constant pressure to be busy. But real growth comes from tuning out the noise and focusing on what truly matters. When you commit to your personal development, you start to prioritize the things that move you closer to your goals. You stop wasting time on things that don't serve you, and you start dedicating yourself to activities that align with your vision. The journey to becoming the best version of yourself is not about achieving perfection, but about making progress. It's about consistently showing up and doing the work, even when the results aren't immediate. It's about embracing the journey, not just the destination. The small steps you take today will accumulate into massive growth over time. So be patient with yourself, trust the process, and know that every bit of effort is a step closer to becoming the person you were always meant to be. You are building something great, and every effort you make today is shaping the future you desire.